Hi there, it's Gloria with Glory Bee Resale, and I'm here to do what sold last week, December 2nd to the 8th. This video will have some from before that, I think from November 30th. I just didn't write it last week. I left them out because I think I looked at the December calendar instead of the November one. So what didn't get put in last week got added to this video. So we'll start off with eBay. First thing to sell was the White Shoulders perfume and lotion. This sold for $22. The cost to me on it was $1.75 because this was one of the gift boxes, and I ended up breaking it up because I was looking for something. Anyway, I split it up so it was a little more than they were before. Still a great profit. I think I have one cologne left and that's it. Next thing to sell was this vintage Columbia steam bread sign, and this sold for $149. And the cost to me, I'm not really sure. I'm going to go with about $35 when I divide up everything that I bought that day. So nice profit on that. That sold. I don't know if this made last week's video. I didn't think it did though. If it did, I'm sorry. It's getting shown again. But this sold for the $149, and that was a little more than the last most expensive I could find was $125. It sold within the hour. Next item to sell was this Coldwater Creek velour duster, and this sold for $29, and the cost to me on this was 99¢. Next item to sell was this J. Crew cardigan sweater, and this one I took an offer of $17. I was happy to see this go. I bought this and did not realize it was damaged. It had holes in the pocket. So I took an offer of $17 and was happy to see it go. Cost to me on it was $5.99. Next item to sell was a set of these vintage tulip Christmas lights, and these sold for. I sent out an offer on these, and it was $13.60, and the cost to me on it was $1. Next item to sell was this small needlepoint, and this sold for the full asking price of $16, and the cost to me on it was 50¢. Next item to sell was this vintage 1960s mod jumpsuit, and this I took an offer of $50. I've had this, I don't know, I think I picked it up during the summertime, but I was happy to see it go. $50 was enough. Especially it's the holiday season, gotta make some money to pay all those bills. So, moved it along. Next item to sell was this vintage Italian gold faux mirror. And this, I sent out an offer for $50.15. And the cost to me on it was $2.99. Next item to sell was this Nordstrom sweater. And this one I took an offer of $22.50. The cost to me on it was $5.99. Not a great profit. I have had it, I'd say, at least a year. So moved it along. And again, it's holiday time, a lot of bills coming in. So gonna pay the bills. Next item was this vintage Holy Family. And this I got I don't know if that was the full asking price, but I got $45 for it. I think it was the full asking price. And I paid $4.99. Next item, I haven't had this very long. I do believe I put it a little bit lower than what I was seeing up online just to move it along. I paid 99 cents the cost, and I sold it for $16. And it's a vintage leather desk caddy, pen holder, whatever you want to use it for. Next item, last item on eBay was this Anthropologie Fig and Flowers blue boho top. And this sold for $23.20. Cost to me on it was $5.99. Over on Poshmark, first thing to sell was this vintage MCM Stanford Sebring planter. And this sold for $50. And the cost to me on this, I didn't look this one up. Let's see if I can quickly get that. Stanford. The cost to me on it was $6. Next item to sell was this whimsical hand-painted lady stool, lady with a flower wagon. And this I paid $10 for and sold it for $50. Next item to sell was this Coldwater Creek jacket, and this sold for $22. The cost to me was $1. Next item to sell was this beat up Carhartt jacket, and it did have a hood with it. The hood was in much better condition than the jacket. And this sold for $55. And I paid $5 for those. Next item to sell was this McGee red plaid Irish robe. from Donegal Island. This sold for $40. The cost to me on it was $7.49. Next item to sell was this Abercrombie and Fitch gray logo shirt, and this I took an offer of $18 for, and the cost to me on it was $3.25. Next item to sell was this vintage Lord & Taylor silk gold blouse, and this I took an offer at $25. Cost to me was $6.49. Next item to sell was this vintage two sets of double towel bar brass brackets. They would have I believe, a thin piece of glass that went across. I've had these a while because they're an odd little thing to have. And this I sold for $45, and the cost to me was $5. Next item to sell was this Carhartt pair of overalls. These I paid, I believe, $6. It was 5 or 6, but I'm pretty sure it was 6 would be an odd number, though, wouldn't it, for a yard sale? $5 I paid for these, and I sold them for $32. These were a nice pair of overalls, but they were embroidered with this gas and oil company on it, and the bottom of the legs were dirty, and I left them that way and sold them that way. Just because they were such a big, bulky pair of pants, I didn't want to put in the washer and have an offload. Anyway, so I took $32. Next item to sell was this Talbot's Petite maxi skirt, and I took an offer of $28 for this. This was a white wool maxi skirt, new with tags, and originally $169. I sold it for 28, and I got 3 stars on this because they didn't like the way it fit. That's really not what the stars go for. It's usually if it's not as described, but this was a new with tags, nice skirt at a good price. So, anyway, what are you going to do? But I was a little disappointed that they did that. I didn't sew it myself. Anyway, next item over onto Etsy. And first thing was this inlaid wood kiwi bird tray. And this sold for $49. Cost to me was $4.99. Next item to sell was this set of 3 pressed tin birds. These sold for $35. Cost to me was $1. Next item to sell was this set of Irish clatter glasses. These I paid $10 for and sold for $68. Next item was this glass Vosburg Jersey Dairy in Titus, Pennsylvania. milk bottle, and this sold for $39. Cost me on it was $8. Next item to sell was this hard plastic Santa Claus, and he sold for $30. Cost me was $5. Next item was this wood-handled egg beater. This sold for $22. Cost to me was $2.40. Next item to sell was this set of Christmas lights, and this sold for $16. Cost to me was $1. Next item to sell was this um, brass rooster weather vane. This sold for $72. And the cost to me, I'm going to double check this too. Weather vane. Okay. Rooster. Cost to me on it was $22.50. Now over to Mercari. This Ann Taylor purple cashmere cable knit sweater sold for $35. Cost to me on it would be $6.49. As you've heard me say many times, Mercari is not charging any seller fees. That will end on January 6th, and they will go to a flat 10%. They will also get rid of the $2 transfer fee, unless, if you're choosing the overnight, I think, payment, then that is $3. Next item, and if you wouldn't mind, like and subscribe, I'd really appreciate it. Next item is this vintage poison um, spray perfume from Christian Dior. I did put this on Etsy and they took it down. I think they took it down because it said poison, but that is the name of the perfume. Anyway, it sold for $17. Cost to me was a couple of dollars. We'll say $3.50. I think I got about 3 or 4 different little perfumes for $10 for the bunch of them. Next item on Mercari. Our last item is this Lane Bryant jacket, which I took an offer of $24. This took a while. I don't know if I would do it again. I paid the $6.49 for it, which is not something I'd usually do, but since it was leopard and new with tags, I thought I'd try it. It didn't really pan out. Good thing is I don't have to pay the fee. uh, and the last item to sell over on Cherish was this set of spiky balls, gold decorative, like sea urchin spiky balls. And these sold for $79, and the cost to me on these was $2. And that is everything. So if you wouldn't mind again, like and subscribe, I'd really appreciate it. And I will see you next time. Probably with a haul video, hopefully. Take care, and I hope your sales are great.